Welcome to episode 105 of hashtag 15-minute conversations. My name is Alicia Huff, and again, I am your hostess. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you to all of you that have listened to all the past episodes. Thank you for if you just picked up today's episode and you're just catching up. Thank you so much. I hope that you are inspired and encouraged by what you hear today. Now, it is Woman Crush Wednesday, and what we do here at 15-Minute Conversations is celebrate women. And one of the women that I want to talk to, that I'm going to talk to, and I'm going to celebrate with you today is Erin Long. Erin Long is a friend of mine. We met through church, and we just clicked. We both have a heart for service and hospitality and how we love on people. So we share that in common. But one of the things that I majorly admire about Erin is how she has managed to blend her family. Her and Josh, her husband, got married in 2018, and I got to watch firsthand as Erin really has the product of a beautifully blended family. So I wanted to talk to her about this today, and I will introduce you to Erin. Let's talk. Okay, thank you so much, Erin, for joining me today, and thank you for volunteering to do this interview. One of the things that I admire about you is how you have blended your family, and I just really wanted to bring you on today to talk about that. So thank you for being the awesome woman that you are, that you're able to navigate bringing your families together between you and your husband and do that successfully. So thank you again for doing this today.
No problem at all. Thank you.
You're welcome. So my first question to you is, how did you manage to successfully blend your family?
Well, first I would like to start off, everything took time, but the number one thing to me is making sure that, everyone is still in love. For instance, with the kids, making sure they feel loved and acknowledged, but number one, making sure that both me and Josh are actually on the same page.
Yeah. That's beautiful. So, and the one part that I skipped, because I know you, so I'm kind of like skipping all the details. Can you kind of tell me about you and Josh when you met and the dynamics of your family that you had to blend?
Sure. So Josh and I actually met in middle school in Columbus, Georgia. We found a liking to each other at an early age, but at that time it was just like, oh, we're in it for the love of basketball, not focusing on the premature things that eventually came as a relationship and marriage.
Mm-hmm.
But we actually came back together as adults, as girlfriend and boyfriend, I want to say about 2012 or 2013.
Wow.
And then we got married. We actually got engaged in 2018 and married in September.
Yep.
Of 2018.
Okay. All right. And I did your wedding, so that's why I know y'all. And you're my sister at church, so yay. So there was a big gap between, middle school and when y'all reconnected, y'all were like full grown. So did you talk to each other in between then, or did you just kind of happen to reconnect much later?
And that is so funny. So yes, it was an actual big gap. We actually both went our separate ways for middle school and high school, because my family ended up moving to Atlanta, Georgia, and he still resided in Columbus.
Okay.
And so after high school, he went to the military, and I still stayed in Georgia.
Okay.
And so at that specific time, we both were actually in another marriage of our own.
Okay.
And we're both divorced as well.
Okay. See, so did you have...
And we came back together.
Y'all came back together, and you both had been married. Did both of you have kids already before you got back together?
We both, actually.
Okay.
We both had kids before we actually got back together. He had MJ, which is our son, and he's 8 years old now.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also had Javan, from a previous relationship, and he's actually 9 years old.
Okay, so they are like close in age. They are really close in age. And they are really close in real life too. So I love that. So the real part of it, especially when you're blending a family, is you and Josh and your core relationship. What kind of hard conversations did y'all have to have in order to really get to that point where you were able to really co-mesh your families?
I would say the most hard part is both boys, when we got back together, let's say MJ was 2, I want to say, and Javan, he was 3. So for the boys, it was like they were actually used to living a different lifestyle, which is Javan having me as mommy without being in a relationship, and then Marquise having Josh as just being daddy without, any significant other. So the hardest conversation, I would say, is getting to know both kids and blending them together to, have them understand, hey, well, we're a family now, and this is how we're going to move differently. Per se.
Yeah. So did they, as far as, kids, they have this tendency to see each other as a playmate. How easy was it for them to accept, this was my brother, and we're really going to be doing life together? How was that conversation, and how did you guys work together to really get them to bond like they have?
You know what? From day one, since like I said, they were like 2 and 3 at that time that we actually started trying to blend them together. It was a no-brainer. They were just kids, natural kids, mindset. They were playing perfectly. It was no different. Versus if they were older, I think it would have been a little more harder.
Yeah.
But they blended perfectly, and even up to today, they talk every day on their phones and gadgets, and they interact still the same.
Yeah, they are so cute. I love them two together. They are adorable. So besides your kids, because I know you have Sydney, which is your beautiful baby girl. She's a perfect blend of you and Josh. She really is.
Yes. Yes, mommy girl.
She is. She's such a princess. I love Sid. But so on top of your kids just blending together beautifully, there is your family. I did plan your wedding for you guys, and one of the things that I admired about your families is that you really can't tell who's on whose side. Like, everybody embraces each other. So was that an easy process for you guys, for everybody to just get along the way you do?
Honestly, like I said, since we met in middle school, I've been knowing his family for so long, and the same goes for my family. So blending, I think it just came as a natural because, like I said, we just known each other for so long.
Yeah.
Now, do things happen under the breath in the beginning? Oh, yes, just like any natural family. But I just like that both of our families are open arms, and accepting.
Yeah. They really are. Like, both of your families are so easy and fun, and let's dance, let's party. Like, they are all about that. And I mean, it's the spirit of both you and Josh, because I know you guys are the same way. When you welcome me into your home, it's just we listen to music, we drink a little wine, we have some good food.
Right.
Josh still smoking meat? Oh, that's a side conversation.
Yes. He still barbecues. He still does the grill. He's just the grill master.
Okay, he is. I'm going to have to sneak back over there. I know I'm all the way far from y'all. I'm going to have to, like, tiptoe my way back over there and have a party outside of COVID, a non-COVID party.
Listen, look, if you want, we'll be masked up, anything. Let's go.
Okay, let's go. So, I digress, talking about food. You know I love to eat. So, what advice would you give to someone that is looking at blending their families? Do you have any tips or pointers for them?
Yes. The most important thing that I would say is to make sure, number one, you have patience because you have to develop a relationship with the kids. And also, if you have that option to develop a relationship and get to know the opposing parent that's outside of you and your spouse or boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah.
Um, and number two, I would say be flexible.
Mm.
And I always say that is because you have to be flexible when it comes to other schedules when it's not just you and your household.
Right. Right.
And the last one is just, I say, treat everybody unconditionally. Make sure everybody is loved and treated the same.
Yep.
Because you never know what a 2-year-old may know, what a 2-year-old may say. You never know how a 5 or 8-year-old may feel until you ask them.
That is so true. And they will tell you.
Yes. And that's funny because I'm actually just now learning that third little step that I just gave you guys. But it's so true. You have to ask.
Okay, that's the truth, and they will give it to you. But that's beautiful. Thank you for sharing this, and every one of those are true. And I know with blending a family, it's important to make sure that those 3 processes are done, because if you don't, it's going to fail. And I've seen it fail, and I've had to attempt to blend a family as well, and I know how difficult that it can be, and it's not always going to be comfortable, and you have to do the hard things sometimes.
Right.
So we're kind of wrapping up, but I've been asking all the ladies that I interview this one question, and you don't have to respond based on what we've been talking about, but
okay.
Can you tell me something that you're passionate about today?
Yeah. So I just love helping people. I think that's why I've been in and out the medical field for years, and I just can't seem to stray away from it. And then over the COVID ordeal, I found a liking to creating natural beauty products.
Yay.
And I found a liking to it. I just love it.
Awesome. Well, I didn't know that, Erin.
Yes.
I'm so happy for you. So
it's new for me, but I love it.
Are you selling it? Like, can I get some? What is the plan?
Listen, it's in the works. It's in the works. Black and white. I'll let you be the sampler.
Okay, thank you, because you got beautiful skin, so I already know you've been using your own stuff. So.
Listen, aloe is the secret.
Oh, aloe. Okay.
That's just one.
Okay. Well, I'm excited. I'm excited for you, girl. That is awesome. So I'll have to bring you back, and we'll talk about skin and talk about your skincare products, and we'll do that sometime later on the year.
Most definitely.
Okay. Well, Erin, thank you so much again for doing this. You know I love you. You my sis. So we'll be talking, but thank you again, and we love you.
Love you too. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Erin, for doing this interview. It was amazing to share your testimony and to share how you blended your family and the actual work that you put into that. And it was truly and still is a labor of love and dedication for everyone in your family, both you and Josh and both sides of your family. You have a beautiful family. Thank you. And thank you all for listening. Now, what I haven't told you up until now is that we are going to take a holiday break. So hashtag 15-minute conversations will be back in 2021 with all new interviews, with all new beautiful women. But we're just going to take a break, enjoy the holidays, enjoy our family, and we want the same for you. So happy holidays. Enjoy your family. Love on everyone. I hope that this is a time that we'll just kind of catch up on the previous 5 15-minute conversations that we've had and really let those marinate and sit with us and grow from them. Thank you so much again for listening. Thank you for your support. And I look forward to continuing this in 2021. Love you. Bye.